Hi, my name is Susan Krashitsky, and I did my PowerPoint presentation on Pittsgrove Township school districts. My proposal is to reduce our high school dropout rate. So the U.S. Department of Education revealed only 1.2 million students between the ages of 15 and 24 dropped out of high school in 1 year alone. And statistical findings suggest that 1 in every 5 students will drop out of high school between 10th and 12th grade for one reason or another. 55% of the nation's students between the ages of 15 and 19 will successfully complete high school and receive a high school diploma, where only 15% will receive their GED, or something equivalent to a high school diploma, before the age of 24. Which in total accounts for 70% of students that will graduate annually. The remaining 30% of high school students will drop out of school before reaching the 12th grade. And for example, Arthur P. Shalleck High School, the graduation rate for 2015/2016 was 94%, as reported by the Pittsgrove Township school districts. Now, the U.S. Department of Education did a study they conducted of 5,000 high school dropouts that discovered the most common reasons teens drop out of high school. And those reasons are lack of educational support. What I mean by that is 75% of the high school drop out because there's no parental support and educational encouragement. There's also outside influences, friends and peers from other high schools that dropped out. It's going to make them want to drop out. Family or other outside relationships can also impact the teen to drop out of school. And the teens who do drop out join a gang or accepted into other teen groups and other street communities. 3, there's special needs. Certain students do require special needs, and some schools do not provide that full capability of that. Another reason is financial problems. Often the family is very, they just can't afford it. They want to send their child to another school that's better for them, and there's no money, there's no support at all. Lack of interest. The lack of interest in education is gaining. Most often this is due to generic courses. The curriculum just doesn't interest the students anymore. Drug and alcohol abuse. Drug and alcohol is one of the top 3 reasons students fail to complete their high school education. Depression and physical illnesses. Depression and illnesses can be the result of an eating disorder, hereditary, family or financial situations that will contribute to the teen's lack of interest in school. Also, physical abuse. Whether the child is being abused at home by a boyfriend or girlfriend, they just don't want to deal with it anymore. So it opts them to drop out. Teen pregnancy. It's about 15% of high school dropouts between 15 and 18. However, these numbers are showing a decline. Public schools have opted to cater pregnant teens so teen mothers can complete high school in an environment. But most still, they don't want to fall for it. It's like they blame them for being pregnant. But sometimes stuff happens. Alternative lifestyles is another one. Perception of an alternative lifestyle is which education does not play an important role. A teen who is introduced to drug dealing and prostitution may view high school as a waste of time. What can we do? Here's an intervention that I believe would help reduce dropouts. Have more after-school programs, more tutoring available, get parents and students involved with the educational plan, because it appears to me that once you get into high school, they want you to become more independent and not include your parents in everything. Honestly, my parents were a big part of my high school career. It helped me get to where I am today. So I believe parents are a huge part in our education. And also give students additional education options, such as, encourage them to go to college, go to a vocational school, like I did. I went to Salem County Votech instead of Shalleck, or OJT. Track the success of the intervention. Students' success is our success. If we decrease students' dropout rates, then we have succeeded. Guidance counselors will monitor students' progress on a monthly basis. They currently meet with students one-on-one. They verify student programs to see what interests them, and they modify students' educational plans as needed to accommodate students' needs while keeping them in school. The startup and maintenance costs for funding the project. Startup costs of this proposal should be minimal. We will be utilizing our existing staff with a few modifications to their job descriptions. Should additional funding be needed and cannot be provided by the district, then we would research the file for state and governmental grants. Business and model for intervention. The program will be overseen by the Guidance Office. Guidance Office will develop relationships with local employers that will be willing to offer on-the-job training and develop program guidelines. Guidance counselors will schedule a meeting with the parent and the student, have information sessions at the beginning of the student's 8th grade year to hopefully encourage them to stay in high school, get their diploma, and continue on with their life, be successful. Students that are unsure of their education plans and goals should meet with a guidance counselor and discuss their options, like go to vocational school, college, on-the-job training, and even the military. This meeting will take place the first quarter of the student's 8th grade year. Students will take part in developing their own educational plan, find out what suits them, what they dislike and do like. The business model for intervention. The educational options. College, for example, students will spend their next 4 years preparing for college. For vocational and technical training, students will enroll in the Salem County Votech, which hopefully will encourage them to go to another vocational college. On-the-job training, students will complete their required educational classes and then participate in on-the-job training. Students will have to commit to meeting all program requirements or risk of being removed from the program, which we want to try to avoid. To propose intervention, you need to get the parents involved. Have them involved with the child's education so they can guide them. Include the students in their own educational goals, what suits them the most. And most important, maintaining communication so that you discover the student's risk of dropping out to prevent it from happening and reduce Pittsgrove Township Schools' dropout rate. And that was my presentation. Thank you very much.